So this is exactly what the market looked like when I posted this, as you can see from the Instagram story. And if you were following me 3 weeks ago, you would have caught an entire additional to 5100, 9.53%, almost 10%. You would have caught if you followed me on Instagram. This is on March 10th, a long time before Trump called any of these reciprocal tariffs, any of the tariffs that he placed on China, and any retaliation tariffs that China placed on us. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be one of my most well thought out videos. I called this market sell-off almost a month ago. On March 8th, I shared my long-term outlook on the S&P 500 to my Instagram followers of almost 17,000 people. What a week in the markets. One of the worst trading days since COVID of 2020. Trade wars, reciprocal tariffs by Trump, retaliation tariffs by China, leading to mass sell-offs in almost all markets. What if I told you I alerted this to my Instagram followers almost a month ago? Everything will be broken down in this video, and you will see how I predicted this entire trade war almost a month ago. On Trump's first day in the office, he imposes tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and shortly after he starts putting tariffs on China, the biggest manufacturing country in the world. I use this information to hypothesize that he is about to literally start a trade war. On March 8th, I posted an Instagram story. I'm sharing my long-term outlook, and I'm predicting that the S&P 500 will come back all the way down to 5,100. And just last week, we had back-to-back days of 5% sell-offs. We haven't seen something like that in years. Now, as we saw the reactions coming in the markets, I knew that we are about to go lower. Now, this was an outlook for the long term. However, as situations got worse between China and the United States, this accelerated the sell-off, and we have finally reached our target. This week, China announced their retaliation tariffs and put the icing on the cake to leave one of the worst 2 trading days since 2020. Now, I know you guys don't want to waste your time. You guys want to see how I called a 10% correction before Trump's reciprocal tariffs, before China's retaliation tariffs. I called out a 10% market correction. You're gonna see how I break down the markets and exactly what made me post this in front of almost 17,000 people, putting my respect on the line just so you guys can catch a piece of this move. And I gave it away all for free. All you had to do was follow me. So let's not waste any more time and head into the charts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, this is my Instagram. This is the S&P 500 on the right. This is my Instagram right here. Now, to keep it short and simple, I'm going to show you that this is my archive. This is my Instagram right here. You guys can check me out. This is where I posted this entire 10% call out that I posted, okay? Look, I'm going to go back to the day it was posted. I posted this on March 10th. Right? So right here, March 10th, today is April 6th, okay? It's currently 1 a.m. as I'm making this. 4th of April, the week closed on 5,100. On March 10th, this is exactly on, because March 10th was on a weekend, I believe. So the last trading day was March 8th, which was Friday. So this is exactly what the market looked like when I posted this. As you can see from the Instagram story, I'm saying at this point, right, we could have held these imbalances right here, and we could have easily still kept going up. Now, someone watching this can be like, you didn't know Trump was going to do reciprocal tariffs. You didn't know China was going to do the retaliation tariffs. So obviously it just worked out in your favor. No, because as I've explained, what I am saying is that I predicted a trade war, which would lead to lower prices in all indexes, including the S&P 500. And if you were following me 3 weeks ago, you would have caught an entire additional to 5,100, 9.53%, almost 10%. You would have caught if you followed me on Instagram. This is not going to be showing you how much money I made. Actually, I will get into that because even after this, I called out a huge trade. I'm about to show you right on my Instagram. A huge trade. It was like 500 ticks. This is on March 10th, a long time before Trump called any of these reciprocal tariffs, any of the tariffs that he placed on China, and any retaliation tariffs that China placed on us. He's placing all these tariffs thinking that Trump is going to play a dominant chess play, right? And none of these countries, since America is the biggest consumer, none of these countries are going to be able to do anything, but not China. China, being the number one manufacturer in the world, can place tariffs on you if he wants to. In terms of execution, did I execute? I did. And I also called that out, which I'm about to show you right now. On 26th of March, this trade made me over $1,500. On 26th of March, as you can see, I'm already in a position that I'm up $400. This is the trade we're in. My entry was 5752 and my stop loss, which I ended up moving just a little bit up because as you can see, I have this imbalance drawn out. So I ended up moving my stop loss right over there. The high of this was 5779. And as I saw, I was like, okay, we might sweep this high out and then continue to dump. So I moved my stop right at the high of that imbalance. Exactly what I predicted was going to happen is what happened, right? We came out, ran these highs. Our take profit was at 5651. So right here, a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio that I called out, right? Now, as you can see from the screenshot, when my trade was over here, at that point, I'm up almost $400. If you drag it all the way down to 5651, this trade ended up over $1,400 or $1,500 in profit, as I remember. And it was called out all in my story. I was going off the same hypothesis that I already had on March 8th or 10th when I posted this story. Look at this. March 10th, I'm already saying that S&P 500 is coming down to 5,100. So I'm shorting. I'm shorting the entire time. I was short for this entire month because I knew that we're heading into a trade war. Show me one of your favorite trading influencer, whoever it is. Show me, just name me one. Show me proof. Show me something that they posted showing that we are headed lower. None of them are doing it, especially for free on their Instagram story. Come on. Look, 10th of March, I'm already expecting S&P 500 to come down all the way to 5,100. We're currently, this was at 5,600. We dumped so much. Look at where we are right now. Come on, guys. This is unbelievable, okay? I could have held on and made 21 risk to reward ratio, okay? But that's hindsight, obviously. And that was an intraday trade. So this, guys, is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. This is all you need to make money in the market. Okay, I've been doing this for years, guys. Now, let's get into why I took this trade, right? Now, guys, as you can see, this is the S&P 500 now. This is what I looked like on March 8th when I posted this on the close of Friday. This is what it looked like when I said that we're headed all the way down to 5,100 over here. Guys, that's a massive move down, okay? And how did I know this? First of all, leading up to Trump's inauguration, we had a rally, right? I believe it was right here. We had a rally, we swept highs, and then we broke structure for the first time in a while that we broke structure. After we broke structure, what do? This is when exactly I was confident enough. After we close below this low, okay, we have to close below that low, consider a change in market structure. Because as you can see here, we've been uptrending since 2024 and we haven't broken structure. Now, let me tell you why this one right here on 2024 does not count as a market structure shift. Because look at that. You see that? Look at that close. We did not close below it. So therefore, it is not a market structure shift. This one, when we closed that same day, that's when I alerted my Instagram. Okay, I teach this very in depth in my personal mentorship group, my live trading group, all of it. You will get the full nuggets. Now, let me say, as soon as we closed below this, we did not go up for a retracement. We did not go up for a retracement. Look at that. We completely just sold off like no other. We retraced here just a little, but we didn't go up all the way here. And in just 1 or 2 trading days, after we retraced, we head lower like no other. In 1 day, 2 days, we're back to present time, full sell-off, all because you knew how to read the tensions between China and US. Okay, you could have caught this if you followed me. Okay, it's unfortunate. If you're watching this, you probably haven't followed me, and if you're one of my followers, then good for you. I hope you capitalize, because I've been preaching that we've been going lower for a minute now. Okay, now during this retracement, I alerted my Instagram that, hey, we will see a retracement, but maybe back to this order block right here, which is the last green candle. Look at that. Look how he perfectly closed, right? And we just sold off, continued selling off like no other. So guys, that's exactly how I caught these moves, okay? If you guys want to learn more, follow my Instagram. Go ahead. I mean, I've shown you so much proof already in this video. Give my Instagram a follow. I will be posting gems on there constantly. Every other week I post on my Instagram like no other, okay? And if you like content like this, go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up, okay? This is, come on, 10% move. It's not for everybody to call, okay? And you know that your favorite trading influencers are not calling out moves like this, okay? Subscribe to the channel, because you don't want to miss the next one, okay? You don't want to miss the next one, because we will bottom take. We will bottom take when this market goes up again, okay? Comment down below what you think. And if you're interested to join and learn and be part of the winning team, DM me on Instagram and we will get started. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If this video taught you anything, leave a like, comment, whatever it is. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.